Hi everybody, hope you're well. This video is requested by rasmafuffles. So this is going to be on how to find the best stallion for your breeding mare, and this is going to be for public stallions, so not stallions that you yourself own. So I've got an Alcatigi mare here. She's purebred. I'm not going to specifically look for an Alcatigi. I'm just going to use this one for my example. So we're going to go to breeding and cover my mare. And it'll bring you up public coverings and also bring you up team coverings, but we're not going to look at teams. We're just going to look at the public coverings. So to start off with, there is a lot of things that you can search for. So you can search by the price, the breed, who bred it, the name of the horse, the genetic potential of the horse, the blup value, whether it's purebred, and if you want to look at more criteria, you can go into the genetics, so you can get very specific types of horses and their genetic potential. You could look for normal horses, you could look for a pony, you could look for a Pegasus. You can't search for drafts yet, and you can't use donkeys on horses. You can only use donkeys on donkeys. You could search for a unicorn, a winged unicorn. Depending, if you were looking for donkey stallion covers, then you'd be able to search for donkeys. You wouldn't be able to use horses or anything like that. So for this, there's a lot of different things you want to take into consideration, because you might not necessarily be looking for the best genetic potential. You might not necessarily be looking to breed a purebred. You might want to do a crossbred. So you can think about that. You might be looking for a certain player, so you might want to search to see if they have any coverings up, because maybe they breed what you're interested in using. So the easiest way to do that would probably be to look for their breeder's name. Now, for example, you could decide you want to look for purebreds only, so you tick the purebreds only box. Now you might say, okay, I want to do a crossbred, and I want a crossbred stallion. So you could click the X to make it search for crossbred horses. And you can see at the minute that the breed doesn't matter, but we could specify that, because we could say, okay, we want Fjorge crossbred stallions. So there you go, you would search it and you would get a selection of those. So then you might say, well, okay, I want the highest genetic potential one. And you might have loads and loads of different ones. So what you can do is just click on genetic potential and it'll list you it from the top to the lowest. The same thing you can do with the blup. So if you click on blup instead, you can do it from the top, or you can do it from the lowest blup to the highest blup. And the same thing with the price, if you want to go for the lowest price or you want to go for the highest price one. So those are a couple of things. Now if you click on genetic potential, you can actually see a little bit more detail, so you can actually tick for particular attributes. So if you want a horse that's best in stamina or very low in stamina, you click on stamina and it would bring up the ones that are highest in stamina. You click it again and it'll bring you up the ones that are lowest in stamina, for example. So there's loads of different things that you can go in there and have a look at. Now if you're looking to get the best possible foals, or you're looking to cover with tiers, then I would make sure that you do pick a stallion with 100 blup, okay? Because then you're going to have the better chance of getting a better foal in terms of the inborn skills. And same with your mare. If you're not really bothered about inborn skills, then you won't have to worry about that so much. But you want to have a good think about what particularly you want to breed, what's going to suit your mare. You might decide, that you want to be breeding the best purebred. So if it was a case that you said, okay, I want the best Alcatigi that I can find for this mare, because this mare in this example is an Alcatigi. Click purebred, so a little tick in the box. We want to make sure it's 100 blup. And I've just searched Fjords. Hold on, we'll change this. So Alcatigi display covers. So then you've got a huge array of lots of different stallions on offer. So then what you do is just click your genetic potential, and you can list it from the top to the bottom. Now obviously most of the top stallions are going to be 7,500, so you want to make sure you have enough in terms of money to use that. In my opinion, there's no point in taking a mediocre mare and covering her with a very high GP stallion, because then you're going to get a reasonable foal that might not actually make more than 7,500 when you go to sell it. So do think about that. You want to maybe, obviously if you're progressing upwards and you need to start lower and breed up with those covers, then that's completely fine. But if you're just breeding some spare ones, I would try to go for maybe a cheaper covering with a little bit less GP to get a foal that you might make a profit on if you're looking to sell. So that's a little bit of a look at the public coverings. Thank you to rasmafuffles for the video request. I love your name. I think that name's awesome. But anyway, guys, hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye.